YouTube, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Pokemon FireRed version, the post-game. Previously, we did 6 Island, I believe. Oh yeah, we went into the dotted hole, tried to get ourselves the Sapphire, which is the other stone for the machine that Celio apparently is trying to fix or whatever, but was jacked, nabbed, foiled by some random scientist dude who apparently works for Team Rocket and gave us a password. But before we return to 5 Island to wrap up this Savvy Island subquest, that this is apparently the post-game story, or whatever you want to call it, I want to continue exploring the rest of 6 Island and battling this youngster after listening to Heracross's cry. I bet you think I'm just some guy, don't you, eh? But on the inside, I'm much more. If you'd only give me a chance, I want to give you my heart. But she never tried. I don't know. This guy has a Farfetch'd. Oh, I didn't even catch his name. Whoops. The least I could have done was pay attention to... Oh, Cordell. Cordell with 2 Farfetch's. Farfetch'd. Okay, that's weird because Farfetch'd ends with D, and Farfetch'd itself is a weird name for a Pokemon. Because it comes from the word far-fetched. You know, like strange or hard to believe. So is it Farfetch'd with the S at the end, or Farfetch'd is like with the ES at the end? Oh, important questions I gotta answer here, you know? I bet you think I'm weak, don't you, eh? But on the inside, I'm all the more stronger. If you'd only give me a chance. Kind of Pokemon that only lives around here. That lives only around here. He is right. This area is very unique in that it has extremely, really weak Pokemon. The Pokemon that you find here are like in the teens and 20s. Whereas compared to like the rest of the Pokemon you find on the Savvy Islands are in the 40s or 50s. Because normally your Pokemon should be, you know, around level 50 or 60 like mine are right now. But the main highlight of this forest, other than finding really weak Pokemon such as Caterpie and Weedle at the teens and 20s, isn't my Pokemon awesome? No, not really. Is finding Heracross. Just like that, you know, Horncurl from the last episode. I'm curious, how do you raise your Pokemon? Well, you see, I tend to them daily by battling a ton of trainers. Oh, a Chansey! This is gonna net me a lot of experience points if I can take this down. Chansey, I think I mentioned this before, has one of the highest base yielding EXP values, or I don't know what the official term is, but it gives you a whole ton of EXP. Let's just leave it at that. That's pretty obvious, right? Bethany. You raise your Pokemon with a whole lot of love and affection and care. And all the gooey other stuff that I don't want to talk about. No, I don't want to put the egg in front. Eggs can't fight, apparently. Can't use egg moves. Egg moves. I really didn't want it to run into any wild Pokemon. This is what I'm talking about. Level 9, whereas I'm 6 times as powerful as that. It's kind of weird though that they did that, but I think it makes sense because the Pokemon you find here are normally beginning bug Pokemon that you always find in the beginning of a game. Like Spinnerack, which is a beginning bug Pokemon in Johto. Yeah! Look at all the bug Pokemon! Yes, I could tell. So, the area that we're in is called the Pattern Bush. Its grass pattern is extremely odd to those who have never seen it before or even bothered to look at the entire picture. And of course, if you try to walk around it, it's not going to seem that much more obvious what this actually is. I believe sources say that this is actually what the back of a Game Boy Color is, or like the board is, the electronic board. How like all the circuits and wires are supposed to connect up in. That's what the pattern is supposed to represent in the Pattern Bush. That's what the grass is arranged so weirdly. At least that's what I've been told. I don't have confirmation on that, but it makes the most sense. I got beat while I was still busy at elaborating. More like showing off if you ask me. Okay. Now, because this place is so darn freaky, it's kind of hard to tell where all the trainers are. Okay, found another. There's another girl up here. Look! There are funny patterns in the ground! Yes, I just finished explaining them not even a minute ago. Can you kindly please pay attention before you point out stupid things that were already previously explained? Thank you very much. So, I'm not gonna post a Pokemon that you find here. like I said, you find the Caterpie wheel. You also find the beginning bug Pokemon. Like Spinarak and I think Ladybug too. But I think Spinarak and Ladybug are supposed to be exclusives, just like they were in Gold and Silver. So I think because I find Spinarak here, I think you find Ladybug in the other game. I should have looked at the exclusives. You can always look it up yourselves if you don't trust my word on it. I mean, I completely understand. I won't take it personally or anything. I thought I was an expert. I can't know everything. That'd just be playing too weird. It's not like I spend my entire day playing Pokemon. Just, you know, most of it. You know, 23 out of 24 hours. That's not all of it, you know. So you can't say I play Pokemon all day. And for some reason my nose is running, even though I'm not sick in any way, shape, or form. Super awesome! What? There are patterns on the ground? Sure, whatever helps you sleep at night. I love Pokemon. Pokemon, that's me here. Am I the only girl like that? Well, I saw a Pokemon breeder around here who had a Chansey. I don't know, she didn't use any bug Pokemon, so I think you may be the only one. I was actually about to comment on the fact that you're weird for being like the only girl I found that likes bug Pokemon, but you pointed it out yourself, saving me the time and effort of explaining it, even though I actually just did it right now. And here we got ourselves another Johto Pokemon, Snubble, which is the fairy Pokemon and turned into a fairy type in the next gen. Johto, and not next gen, the most recent gen, 6th gen, because it is called a fairy Pokemon, so might as well make it a fairy type, right? It was originally a normal type, based on a pitfall, of course. I lost, but I'm still laughing. Am I the only girl like that? You sure are a weird girl, but your type, my type, that's for sure. I'm not just saying that because I'm a girl. Don't take that weirdly. Please, no, don't. Have you noticed something odd about these parts? Well, at least I'm not the only one. Why is there a Ruin Maniac here? I guess this kind of counts as like a mystery, like architectural related stuff, but this isn't what I'd really call a ruin. Have I even explained the Ruin Maniacs? I'm not even sure we met them up until this point. As you might have guessed, these guys are annoying. Even their sprite is basically the same as their overworld sprite is basically the same as, you know, hikers, and that's why their Pokemon are extremely similar. You know, having a lot of rock and ground types. Even though most rock types and ground types were part rock and ground. I don't know why that is. It seems to be mostly the case in this generation. Yeah. I don't think we've fought them up until this point. I can't really remember. My memory is yet again failing me. Sorry again for my memory loss. I really have to get really have to get this checked up, you know. Fury Sights. Well, I hope you get poisoned, because you are. There you go. Yeah, 30% eventually adds up. You know, that's something I always notice. For some reason, if a Pokemon is carrying Poison Point, Static, or Flame Body, and a Pokemon uses a multi-hitting move, it stops right after they get the Status Affliction. Now, this kind of makes sense, but I find it weird at the same time. Have you taken a good look around your feet? Yes, I have. I explained it too. Seriously, you guys are new here or something. Okay. I hate going into the grass like that. Oh, another one. Wow, there's a lot of trainers in this place. A lot more than I remember. I'm working to preserve the natural ecology of Pokemon here. So as I was saying, a weird thing about, you know, getting status and then just randomly stopping, it kind of makes sense in a way if you think about it, because if you're suddenly attacking your opponent, not expecting, you know, status to come up, and then suddenly you get status, and that makes it weaker, wouldn't you stop so that the logical, natural reaction would be to stop rather than continuing, right? I mean, that's always happened every time it's come up, and I'm not sure if you guys have similar experiences or not. Why am I saying you guys? There's only like 1 or 2 of you at most. It's such a sad life being a Let's Player on YouTube, only garnering 2 or 3 views on a good day. But I will persevere, because this is my dream that I came up with, like, before I started this Let's Play. 2 Clefairs and a Clayball. Yay. Were you really trying to preserve the ecosystem with these weak folks? Really? she's a Pokemon breeder, right? Isn't she? Wouldn't it would make more sense if she was a Pokemon Ranger, because that's the job of a Pokemon Ranger, not really a Pokemon breeder. Why does Sing work on the first time that an opponent uses it? Whereas if I'm using it, I have the worst of luck. Really, FireRed version? Really? You gotta stack the odds against me this badly? Oh, and now I'm getting slapped continuously in the face! Well, ain't this fine and dandy? Wake up. Wow, good. You're the 2-turn slave. Me using Rock Smash for the first time on Zapdos. It meant more as an HM move rather than an attacking move. Oh, I didn't level up. Oh, for someone so young, you are adorable. Why, just because I have the same dream as you or something? I don't know, she's weird. Hey, fight me! You know, it just doesn't feel right if I don't use bug Pokemon. I feel you, man. Not really, I was just trying to think, I couldn't think of anything else better to say. Oh, I think this guy has a lot of bug Johto types. Bug Johto types? That was weird. Johto Pokemon, bug types that are found in Johto, that's what I meant to say. Do you have speed boost? Yes, you have speed boost. So the first one you got here is Yanma. Bug flying type that likes to spam detect because it wants to increase its speed via speed boost. Why? I don't know. It of course gained evolution in Sinnoh, much like a whole other boatload of Pokemon. But it really doesn't have that much going for it. Because it's bug flying, I mean, there's a ton of those. As if we didn't have enough of them, right? Any long-lasting Pokemon veteran knows how many bug types they've created ever since the beginning. It is quite annoying if I do say so myself. Okay, I guess this guy doesn't have a full team of bug Johto types. I said it again, because he had a Beedrill. No, but he has another Yanma, oddly enough. Please don't spam Protect like your other one. Oh, it's 1 level higher. Oh, good, it didn't use Protect. And I'm faster than it? Yanma is actually has a decent speed set, so I'm actually kind of surprised when I'm suddenly faster than a Pokemon for once. And I think I'm too used to Jiggly being outsped by everything else it fights. Oh, your HP went up by 5. No one else has had that happen to them, I think, in a while. And let's go with Nina. Because I'm trying to get everyone, you know, around the same level around, you know. There's quite a ton of trainers in this place. And there's one more area up above past Pattern Bush, so I really wanted to complete the rest of 6 Island in one episode and then finish off 5 Island in the next episode, but at this rate it doesn't seem like that's gonna happen. It's okay, losing is a fun part of Pokemon's appeal too. Wow, for once I actually didn't meet a sore loser. Kudos to you for being a good sport, like everyone else I found this game this far. Take a deep breath. Isn't the air delicious? Oh, I can just smell the CO2 in my house. Oh look, Hoppip, I found you hovering above the water, oddly enough. That line would have probably made more sense if I was playing this in a forest, but that would kind of defeat the purpose of playing this in a forest. You know, you're out there in the woods, you know, nature, playing a video game, but you're supposed to take in the fresh air. That's kind of, you know, counterintuitive in a way. You're trying to get away from technology, but you bring it with you. I don't know, some sort of oxymoron, I don't know. And this place is kind of creepy in a way because of I don't want to say the music. I don't know, I guess this is the way that all forests are designed. Definitely the creepiest one was Berry Forest back on 3 Island. Although Hypno might have probably been the main reason for that. Other than that, I mean, I think it might have been the fact that there was a big lack of people or any sort of living life forms other than Pokemon in there that might have increased the creep auras giving off. I mean, you could just tell as soon as you entered, things were not going to end well, especially for Lostel. Thankfully, Wii came in just in time to save her, like we always do. We're never just late. Don't you just find that weird? I feel like I can teach you how to breathe properly. Are you authorized to give mouth-to-mouth resuscitation? Probably not. Okay, good. That should be everyone in the grass part. Now we're actually gonna head off, and branch into... Darn it! Oh, I wanted to switch into Turtley. This is a good spot. I'll pitch my tent here. I guess as good a spot as ever at the top left corner. There's actually not that many people around you. Oh, a pincer! We've never fought a pincer up to this point. Even though you find pincer only in Kanto, in the Safari Zone and also in the game core, because it's a version exclusive to Scyther. Because pincer is exclusive for Leaf Green, whereas I get Scyther in here. But the combo that this guy has going on here is the normal combo for in terms of version exclusives. Ever since second generation, Pincer has actually been paired up with Heracross because of the fact that these are both quote-unquote bug fighting types, even though Pincer is in part fighting. But since they both learn a ton of fighting moves, they're both, I guess, pseudo bug fighting types. But Heracross is actually bug fighting. But also their stats are extremely identical, except for their defense and special defense, which are swapped. Wimped out. Because Pincer has higher... one of the two has higher defense than the other, and the other has higher special defense. Okay, we got there, and oh man. It's been 15 minutes. Oh god, what else is there left? There shouldn't be that much left. Oh, I really... Oh, maybe I should just try to clean it up for the rest of the episode. I could not encounter wild Pokemon, you know. It's kind of annoying. If I could... I'll probably cut it off once I figure out what's at the end of this place. No! Don't go into my bag. Stop wasting time. Precious time. Huh? I was envisioning my house, but this is where I teleport? You know, when you use teleport, you're supposed to go back to the last Pokemon Center you visited. Not your house, necessarily. Although, in this game, since your house is treated as a Pokemon Center, you can actually teleport back to your house. And I know we fought a Natu before, but I never talked about it. Natu is a flying psychic type, you didn't know that, called the Tiny Bird Pokemon. I have no idea how I remember that, but I just do. I think it's because I remember the fact that Natu is one of the only flying types that can't learn fly, although there's actually a lot of flying types that can't learn fly. You know, Gligar, Gyarados, Mantine, there's a ton. I could just keep naming them all. But I think you find it in the Ruins of Elf. Even though you get to the Ruins of Elf after you get your first badge, you can't explore Ruins of Elf thoroughly enough to find Natu until you get, I think, Surf, which isn't until much later, 4th gym badge later. So, I guess people use Natu because when it evolved, Natu and Zatu's evolution have a very useful ability called Magic Bounce, which blocks, I think, all status moves, so it's extremely handy. Big Boo Boo! Well, why don't you teleport back home to your mother? She'll band-aid it up for you. Okay, unfortunately, I'm on my last Max Rebel, so I gotta make it count. I don't know what maze lies ahead of us, but I will persevere. Okay, there's nothing up ahead of us over there, but this way we got Outcast Island. Okay, another swimmer here. It's not so easy sending Pokemon out while swimming, you know. Okay, I tried my hand in there to other sort of girly voice, because all of my girls kind of sound identical, and that's kind of bad. I think we bought a Meryl too up to this point. Meryl is an exclusive though to FireRed and Leaf Green in terms of finding Pokemon. I'm not sure if it's an exclusive in Gold and Silver when it first came out. It's paired with Wooper, which are both water types. Both Wooper is a ground type. Technically, would have been two dual water types, water dual types, if 6th Gen Fairy counted back then. I didn't lose you at swimming. That doesn't bother me at all. Whatever helps you sleep at night, or swim, or whatever. Okay, no. Is it just a double battle here? Outcast Island. I don't really remember this. Memory is failing me yet again! No, don't do this to me. Big Sister, help! Please battle with me! But if you translate Big Sister, it would have been Onichan! And I was thinking about actually saying that, but I didn't want to go all weeaboo in the middle of my Let's Play. Instead, we'll just use teamwork to take down that Starmie and Poliwhirl combo. That doesn't really seem to work very well. I don't like how I didn't kill Starmie in one shot, though, either. And I feel like Shockwave's not going to kill Poliwhirl either. 260 power moves. I guess they're just not enough to take care of the level 50s, even though you're 9 levels higher. Okay, it killed Poliwhirl? Well, I guess Poliwhirl was... whatchamacallit? What am I saying? Poliwhirl wasn't fully evolved unlike Starmie. Someone texted me, that's kind of why I just got distracted there. Wow, big sister, this person's really good. Why am I making him sound like a girl? I think it's because he's like a little kid, that's why. Okay, I don't know where I'm going. This time everyone, 6 Foul Worm, 1 go! Whoa, wow, you deserve a medal. You topped, like, I don't know, maybe those in, you know, the Olympics probably do similar sort of stuff. That's probably part of their daily training. And I should probably switch out Tartley because he's starting to gain a lot of experience. Oh, got the flinch axe. And now you use Protect? Because he... There's no point in delaying the inevitable, you know. Thank you, I'll take my EXP points to go. Can't really remember what was on Outcast Island, though. What was Outcast Island? Why don't I have such a good memory of 6 Island? Probably because Outcast Island is kind of hard to get to. You don't use... Oh, you're like that squirrel I faced on Route 14. Don't you start with me. Don't make me put a meme face, troll face on you just to highlight how pissed off you are. Good. We avoided any unnecessary bloodshed and laptop shed. Seriously, bro, I think you should take a breather. Ugh, I'm starting to run out of time here. I really want to reach the end of this, but I don't feel like cutting it off here. It's such a weird place. Oh my god. Oh my god, there's so much here! Oh, and I'm gonna run out of... My rock spell's gonna... Okay, there's a rocket grunt here. I think I'll just cut it off here because I don't want to keep going. Oh, and I just remembered what Outcast Island is for. So, I will tell you all about Outcast Island in the next episode because I'm all out of time for this episode. So, hopefully, I will see all of you guys in the next episode.